Hello guys, Peter Davis here for Fuel, and today we're going to be showing you how to change an H4 light bulb, and I'm going to show you on my daily driver. So what kind of bulb does your car actually need? Maybe you could try looking at the user manual. I've misplaced the user manual for this car, so I'm going to have to go in and pull the bulb out and check what the connector type is and then find the corresponding bulb. There are around 20 to 30 different bulb types, ranging from the very popular H4 to the 9005s, 9006s, and on more modern cars for HID, things like D2. Now the first thing that we need to do is open up the driver's side door, reach under the dashboard and pull the hood release catch. It depends what kind of car you have, whether it's a catch or a button, but there's definitely one just under the dashboard. After you've done that, you're going to have to come to your bonnet. It'll be the same on all standard cars. Just pull back your bonnet hood pins, and then once you've done that, you need to get your car specific hydraulic wooden stick. Now, in this particular vehicle, it has a relatively empty engine bay, which is great for us. On the passenger side here, so you can just see at the back there is a bulb socket at the back of the light unit. This car is pretty easy to get to, so I'm going to show you how to open that up and find out exactly what bulb you have. You can actually tell from the socket here, if I pull this out, it's potentially an H4 socket. So you've got 3 different pins, top and left and right. So one will be common ground, and then you're going to have a positive for your low beam and a positive for your high beam. After that, we have this sort of wheel catch that we're just going to rotate, and then we can pull that away. And once you've done that, there's a little catch down here that you can just pull, and it will pull the rubber section off, and this is what keeps it sealed and away from water. Now from here, the pins are caught on the left and right hand sides, so it would be good to squeeze them in. I'm going to try individually and do that now. They're very fiddly, known to be. Okay, one side's released. Then I'm going to push the other side off using my thumb on the other side, so it's easy. Left thumb there, right thumb for that side, opposing forces, and then I can pull out the bulb and see what it is. And oh dear, would you look at that. Now there are many different bulb types. You can just replace this with a straight halogen if you've got a few of these lying around. They're probably around 5 ringgit if you go to your local garage, and if you ask nicely, they might be able to fit it for you for free. Now this bulb does look like it's blown, however both of the filaments, if you take a closer look, appear to be intact. They're not shaking, they're not loose, so we might be able to test this and see if it does in fact work okay, and then we won't need to replace it. Do make sure you don't touch the bulb with oily, greasy hands. Don't touch that glass bit, or it'll heat up and crack, and then it definitely will be broken. Now I want to check out the other side to see what the state of that bulb is, because although this is a daily, I haven't used it for at least 2 days, so it's a bit hit and miss. The bulb might have blown by itself, who knows? So let's dive in. On this side, we've got the water overflow tank for the radiator, so we're just going to push this aside a little bit to give us more room. Your overflow tank might look slightly different to this one, but this, I assure you, is highly professional. The first thing that has to come off is the socket. So pulling off the socket, I'll be unscrewing this catch system, which holds in place the waterproof rubber seal. Pull off the rubber seal, there you go, and there's the rubber seal, still in good condition. Like the other side, I'm going to push this side over here with my left thumb to push it out, boom, and I'm going to use my right hand to get to the other side there. I can feel it, boom. A lot of times you're going to be doing that blind, so it's good to know what this metal retainer actually looks like so you can attack it blindly. So once the retainer is loose, you're able to pluck out the bulb. Oh, look at this one. This one's in good shape, nice and clean. You can see both of the filaments are in good condition. Now I'm going to put this one back in since it's in good condition. We're working in reverse. The direction is generally the big flange on top and the two small flanges at the bottom. Every light housing will be different though, so you need to see what your particular light housing angle is, but generally it's that way around. So now the bulb is in, it won't stay by itself, and this is one of the trickiest things ever, especially when you're working blind. So you're going to have to use one hand to push the retainer up, okay, and then hopefully the bulb stays in a good enough place for you to be able to hook in one side. So now one side is done. Wiggle it around. So yeah, this side is 100% seated, this side is not. One thing you could try is doing the other side first, because I'm not happy with where that's seated. And yeah, there we go. Push it in. Do this side first, so that side's nice and locked in. And then do the other side. You can pull on the bulb, it's not going anywhere. That's what you want for an H4. So even if the retainer catch is not perfectly seated, as long as you wiggle it really, really hard, then you should be okay. So now the retainer clip's on, it's time to put on the waterproof housing. So this has no specific direction. It's good to have this little tab on top so you can pull on it later. So make sure you get that in there. Pushes all the way around the outside. See, if you pull it off here, you can see it pulling off. Then you can see it going on nice, snug and tight. Okay, next up, the catch that keeps the rubber bit on. So to help you out, there's an open, anti-clock and lock clock. I'm going to put this open and close lock on top. Then there you go, should be able to fill it nice and clean. And let's go to clockwise, and that should lock it. Oh, there you go, locked. The last bit is to grab your connector and plug it in to the bulb. And that should be it. Bob's your uncle. Now on this blind bulb side, we're going to be replacing it with an LED bulb. LED bulbs, generally if you get the right one, will have the same connector and they'll have the same pattern for their flanges on top. So it looks similar, it should have the same sort of height and width as well, which means it should fit inside your headlight housing. So this is perfect. This particular one has got a heat sink on it to get rid of the extra heat that these bulbs create, and it's got a fan around the back which spins and keeps it all cool. So we've got to look at how things fit now. This is removable, so we're going to remove this and we're going to see if the waterproof bit can fit on top. It can, but then can this flange fit inside? Oh, it's fitting in, but it's squeezing. Okay, keeping it the correct way up. Oh, there you go. So now we've got that there. However, now it's waterproof, I feel it's going to overheat ever so slightly. So for this particular unit, I'm going to run it without the waterproof rubber backing because it just makes a lot more sense. You want to keep it as cool as possible. And these things are pretty waterproof anyway. I'm going to put the flange on without the bulb. So here we go. There you go, flange is in position. Same thing as if we had the regular H4 bulb. We're going to push this up here. Going to put on one side and then the other side. Okay, ooh, done. That was reasonably easy. Now we can take this and place it just down there. You can actually change the position, the angle of it, depending on which orientation you want. Because of the way the cable is, up is a bit of a pain. So this is the line here, I'm going to put it downwards. So over there. So I'm going to pop that down there. In the bulb goes. Okay, turn a little bit. And now because we don't have our rubber waterproof layer, the seal, we don't need this. So we can put that aside as well. And just plug it all in together. Here you go. And nice and tight. But there it is. Nice, solid. Installed. Job done. Pretty easy. So after we had installed the LEDs, we tested them, turned them on, and unfortunately they were running very hot, as you can see with the trees behind us, like lasers. So do be careful, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you buy China brand products like the ones that I got. Maybe go for slightly a better quality tier, and then you won't end up like Supermaning the trees. Thank you so much guys for watching how to change an H4 bulb. If you have any other back to basic stuff that you'd like us to cover, mention it down in the comments below. We'll take notes and maybe we'll show you on one of our cars. Until next time, get fueled. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe and hit that notification button. And be sure to check out some of the other videos we've got over here. Maybe that one, or this one, or that one. Remember, get fueled.